Hello, I am Rebecca Grafton Ray, a 1991 graduate of Magnolia High School and the owner of Sara's and Khakis on the Square. I understand that today the students at Eastside and Central will finish reading The Lemonade War. I hope that even with the adventures of the sibling rivalry, students learned all that is involved in being an entrepreneur, as well as the financial concepts they will all need to know in their futures. I want to share with you the multi-generational business that I was fortunate to marry into and now own, in the business that I opened as a young adult. Sara's is a retail clothing store on the Magnolia Square. We have been open for 52 years and specialize in clothing and accessories for women and children. Sara's opened on April 20th, 1971 by Helen Duke. She always dreamed of owning a women's clothing store and had the true gift of selling. Even though Helen opened the store, she did not like her name as the business's name, so she called it Sara's after her daughter. Sara did not work in the store in the beginning. After getting married, she and her husband Don Ray married and moved to Little Rock. Sara's originally opened in a small part of the Columbia Shopping Center down from the current Dairy Queen. By 1980, Sara moved into a much larger new space in the Peace Shopping Center on North Jackson, where they stayed for 23 years. During that time, Helen added baby and children's clothing to her store. Sara and Don moved back to Magnolia, and Sara joined the store in 1983 when Helen retired. In 1989, at the North Jackson location, a fire destroyed Sara's and everything was lost. But they rebuilt and started new. In 1995, I married Sara and Don's son, Andy, also a 1991 Magnolia graduate and currently the technology director for the Magnolia School District. Andy and I moved to Little Rock, where I went to work for Dillard's Corporate. And after 3 years in that job in 1998, we moved back to Magnolia and I opened Khakis. I will celebrate 25 years of opening that store in October. In 2004, both Sara's and Khakis moved to the current location on the square, where we share 3 large buildings. One section has men's clothing, a second has women's, and the third houses our baby and children's area. In 2013, Sara retired, and I took over Sara's, so I own both stores. Both are run as one business now, even though we kept the individual names. Running a business that was started over 50 years ago is truly rewarding for me. I started working for Sara when I was in college, so I was able to watch her, as well as Helen, who would come by on occasion, interact with their customers. I also learned the financial aspects of owning and running a business by working for Sara. Although I began my career at Dillard's, I gained valuable experience to prepare me to run the family clothing business. It has been personally and professionally fulfilling running a business that was opened in 1971 by my husband's grandmother and learning from my mother-in-law, Sara, the ins and outs of opening and running my own business, while also being a wife and mother. Both of my children grew up going to work from the time they were born. When help is needed, my family will be the first to come to my assistance. Sara's and Khakis have been places for families to shop together for years. I have many customers who came to Sara's as little girls to buy that special dress or outfit, and now they are bringing their children or grandchildren. Helen and Sara shared the same goal, and now I want to carry on that goal, for customers to feel appreciated. I do not take for granted the goals, traditions, and legacies established for me, especially the gift of my repeat customers, most of whom I know by name. Owning and running a clothing business can be challenging and ever-changing. I have to know my customers and what they want. I attend market up to 4 times a year, where I try to balance buying tried and true items that I know will sell while still being willing to try new items. Although I don't know if there will be a 4th generation to join the business, I hope that we at Sara's can continue to serve Magnolia and its surrounding communities for many years to come.